Welcome back, guys. This is Henry1502 Inc. Please click on every ad in or around my videos. I get a small cut. You guys get some great ads. Let's do this. So I'm going to be going by this pretty fast, but hopefully you should understand what I'm saying. So what we're going to do is we're going to include in our includes folder our nav add1.php file. We haven't actually created it until now. So let me go back from number 1, the first video. So this is PHP. It lets your computer know that you are working with PHP. Includes just means link it up with, and this is the folder name, and this is the file name, and this is the extension, which is PHP. If you are working with something like HTML, I guess the extension would be HTML. So that's pretty much what's going on here. This div class, which we have not even created yet because it's supposed to be inside of here. Well, no, that's a lie. Yes, we have created it, but we haven't styled it, which is supposed to be in our CSS file, which we haven't even created yet. It's supposed to wrap everything together, so no matter what's going on, it's all kept inside of a specific border. So our width will generally be 100% and our height will be 100%, so we don't have to scroll either down or left or right. So yeah, that's what's going on over here. Pretty basic. So moving on, let's work on the nav add. Now the reason why I named it nav add1 is navigation bar, advertisement, and number 1, because I'll be doing 2 ads in the navigation, I guess. So what I wanted to accomplish by this is to really make money off of this. One, like, you guys could pretty much go and check this website out if I can post it online. So how it works is I wanted to put plaster ads on the sides of it, but still keep most of the content inside. So that's pretty much what's going on. I wanted to add ads inside of this website like normal sites do have, but I also did want to have a lot more elements inside of it, so that's why you see asides and sections. This section is where most of the really good meat part will be. For the most part, these are all ads. So the asides that's an ad. Nav add1, that's an ad. The footer contains some information but some ads, so you generally get a sense of what I'm going for. So now it's time to create the CSS folder, and the CSS folder will be going under the CSS folder. So what am I going to name this? Index.css, and I think I made my first mistake right now. Let's check this out to see if I really did make a mistake. Yeah, I did. I named this something completely different when I actually was testing this out. Thank goodness that I actually caught on to that mistake early on. So what we're going to be doing in CSS is we're going to be styling everything, the everything div. So notice how this is a class, and how you want to, the way that you work with classes in CSS is really put a dot and then put the class name, so everything. And what we want everything to do is we want to set the height, and we want to put it 100%, width also 100%. Make sure you put semicolons, and overflow hidden. That basically means if anything goes past the borders, that the parameter borders, whatever you want to call them, if anything goes beyond that, it's hidden in the web page and you will not see it at all. So let's say I tell you you can't go past a certain distance. If you go past it, you're out of my range of sight. So that's pretty much how you should be looking at this. So next up, for nav add, basically all we want to do is nothing fancy, just setting up everything. So position, absolute, top, we want it to be 0%, So we want it to be at the very top so we still save a ton of space. And I'm choosing one of Google Ads' ad type, ad size, ad type. I don't know which one to say, ad type or ad size. One of their Google AdSense ad type has these dimensions: 970 pixels by 90, and that is one of their navigation ads. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. So make sure it's 90 pixels. And I generally want it to be a little bit left. And make sure you set the border. Let's go with 4. The only reason I'm setting the border, by the way, is so I can see where I should be working with, like the edges. I don't know. It helps with my eyes. You don't have to set it this way if you don't want to, but it just helps with my eyes. That's why I do it. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Notice that we get this bar right here. Failed to open stream. I'm not actually used to getting this error message, quite honestly. Let's see. Nav 1. Okay. And next one. Okay. Okay, so I wasn't doing anything wrong. I checked. If I get rid of these lines of code, the whole thing disappears. The only reason that we're getting these error messages are because we are not really using the files that we're supposed to include. Nonetheless, that they don't even exist yet. But anyways, we're about to create them sooner or later. So yeah, this is where our first ad will be, right here. Now let me see if I have enough time to go through the second ad. Yeah, I have enough time. So create another file and include Are you kidding me? Okay, create another file over here. Kidding me again? What's it called? File name called nav. What? Oh, and there's a soccer game apparently on right now. US versus Germany, I think. I'm about to go watch it. But anyway, we have to finish this one tutorial right now. So inside of our nav file, basically we want to do something along the lines of this. Make sure to leave comments. So navigation bar. But after that, we're pretty much good. So here we go. I wanted to give it an ID. An ID is sort of the opposite of a div. For anyone who didn't watch the tutorials, I highly recommend that you go watch them. So let me see, why didn't this work out? And make sure you add a link attribute to it. Okay, just like that. This will be pretty hard considering that we haven't really made the web pages yet. Let's see. How am I going to fix this problem? I guess I could copy this one over here since it is the index page. and we'll just name it home. Over here we will just name this about us. Over here we will name, I named it in the wrong place. Over here we will name it media. And over here we will name it contact us, since every real business needs a way to allow its users to contact them. We can't really put links inside of them yet because we haven't created the files, but we will be coming back to that later, very soon actually. But as of right now, I will just skip that part. And basically what I want to do is, whoa there, wrong file. Oh, no wonder. But anyway, what we basically want to do is we want to make sure that we set the properties to the ID that we just created. Nav area. What do we want to work with? List. Now what list style type? It gets rid of the bullet points that an unordered list will give you. And we want to have no margins, no padding. We want to hide anything that goes beyond what we specify. So beyond the width of 50.6. And position, so we can control it. Left 25%. So it's not quite in the middle yet, but it's getting close there. 15% top, and for the border 2%. Now when you're pretty much done this tutorial, it's very wise to go back and remove all the borders, because how many times do you see a website that still has borders? It doesn't look that well put together. Area, list, display, inline. I used to use inline block, but now I just use inline. It's much easier, saves me a lot of headaches. And what we want to do here is basically work with everything. Let me think for a second. LIA float left width 24.82. Text decorations, which means any underlines, we don't want those. Which if you want your list to include a link, you'll pretty much get an underline or anything somewhere along the lines of that. And the reason why we're setting color is because if you specify any real text as a link, you'll notice that it automatically turns blue, and I really don't want that. And make sure you set it to this color, EF3D47. Text align, we're going to center it, and border left 1. Yeah, just one solid pixel solid white. And last but not least, what this is basically doing is whenever we move our mouse towards the list, which is also a link, what HTML will do, it will highlight it to the specified color of our choosing. Now this will not make any sense to most of you guys, so I'll just explain it in a simplistic way until I make a more comprehensive tutorial. 4 zeros. 0%. And just make the color white. And let's check out our masterpiece. Refresh. And notice what we have. We have a red navigation area, and whenever we hover our mouse over to a specific list item, which is media right here, it gets bright red, and the color goes from gray to white, so it really pops out at you. And that's pretty much what you need to know for right now. Make sure you click on every ad. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below, and make sure you watch the next tutorial. This is Henry1502 Inc. I'm out.